Ethics in Instructional Design in Biblical Worldview. Good evening, everyone. Ethics in Instructional Design in Biblical Worldview. Instructional design means creating learning materials and experiences in a way that it needs to fostering skills and knowledge applicable in real life. Some of the ethical issues include professionalism, copyright, and diversity. Instructional design has resulted to unique ethical issues in education. Lack of protection of human subjects, for example, in research, breaches of computer ethics, and lack of adherence of copyright and protection. Jesus used to engage his listener through parables and metaphors. For example, he used the parable of sower, Luke 15:4. This helped his audience to visualize and enhancing understanding, knowledge, and thinking. Instructional design shares same goals with Jesus. If you realize, teaching use parables and metaphors. Images used in this presentation are obtained for Google and are allowed for public domain. Let's talk about diversity now. Instructional designers have ethical obligation to ensure economic, culture, and social disparities and not to affect the target learners in a negative way. The marginalized population, which cannot access internet, for example, and computers, they do not have money to buy computers, their economical level don't permit that, should be helped and not segregated from the larger system. Those who are privileged should empower the disadvantaged one for fairness and justice. As Victor 2016 stated, social disparities, economic inequalities, and cultural differences result in unequal access to technology. The designers of online studies should consider the need of marginalized learners, as I mentioned previously, with no access to internet or computer, and make possible and provide those. Diversity in biblical view. Bible discourages looking down upon the poor. It discourages discrimination against the poor population. In this case, the poor are those socially, economically, and culturally disadvantaged. James 2:1-4 says, "My brothers and sisters, believers in our glorious Lord Jesus Christ, must not show favors. Suppose a man comes into your meeting wearing gold ring and fine clothes, and a poor man in filthy clothes also comes in. If you show special attention to the man wearing fine clothes and say, 'Here, a good seat for you,' but say to poor man, 'You stand there,' or 'sit on the floor by my feet,' have you not discriminated among yourselves and become judges with evil thoughts?" James 2:4 shows how God hates discrimination. Therefore, the designers and educators should use school resources, such a library, to uplift the poor learners without the necessary resources for instructional design. Copyright infringement is a big crime in education. It can lead to serious liabilities, both financially and non-financial. Copyright is defined as using another person's piece of art without their consent. In instructional design, learners can be tempted to use visuals and videos from Google or Internet tools or enhance their presentation. If they are obtained without owner approval, can lead to legal actions. Copyright did not exist during the Bible writing era, but there are some words in the Bible which can be equated to copyright, for example, stealing. Bible condemns use of someone's property without their consent. For instance, in Ephesians 4:28, those who steal should stop and start working. In this example, a person should write or create their original items which will be used in future as reference. Therefore, stealing or copyright violations kills the creativity in instructional design. Professionalism is very important in instructional design. Through professionalism, designers give out the best which add value to learners. It is through the professionalism where the learners and educators gain positive attitude towards instructional design. Therefore, designers should ensure the learners and educators have the best experience in instructional design than in the traditional approaches. Public review on professionalism. Some of the professionalism qualities are integrity, accountability, expertise, dedications, and reliability. With these qualities, designers will convince the educator and learners to shift to instructional design as it is in Romans 12:2. Their product should add value, that is, the lessons should be learned better than before, as in the biblical worldview.